Okay, I'm going to try to do a quick used game review here for when I bought Border Frontlines and Black Site Area 51. I bought a third game because GameStop at the time was having a quick sale, buy two get one free, and so I bought Bullet Witch, which seemed like an interesting concept. It basically looked like an earlier version of Bayonetta. Uh, so I picked it up, and out of the three I bought, it was the one that least appealed to me, even though I spent only a few bucks on it. Literally, because it was like the one that was half off, so it was like $3. or no, it was buy two get one free. So this was a free game, technically speaking. But still, not very impressed with the game. It's not a recommend, although if you're a really big fan of Bayonetta and Devil May Cry, you might want to check it out. But the controls were very hard. They was very hard to control. I can't even articulate whether they were too loose or too tight. Melee was this. There's a melee move that you sometimes need to use. It was very horrible. If you're really into melee combat or using melee combat in these types of games, this is not the game to get. Very poor melee, way too tight. Doesn't really lock on to anything. You'll hit melee buttons a lot of times and just completely miss the bad guys, which is not a good thing. There is some RPG elements to kind of level up what you want. Interesting. I kind of like that. I like that. I like that in some games, and this is one of them. I do like them having that in there. But the whole magic system, the controls are very clunky with it. Especially if you're gonna you can kind of aggro the magic that you're going to use most often, but some of the rarer spells you have to kind of cycle through several different menus while still in combat to get to the spell that you want, and that's just annoying as hell. You're still getting shot. Enemy AI does not seem to be that smart, and it seemed to be very repetitive. I didn't get that far into the multiplayer campaign or not the multiplayer, the single player campaign, because as I said, I bought 3 games with this, and Frontlines was fairly good, and Black Site Area 51, for as bad as it was, I was able to play through that entire single player. This, I may have played it through more if I didn't have 2 other games competing with it, but it was very boring, and I was getting killed a lot, and it wasn't one of those challenging kills, but seen more of those BS kills. Like I was getting killed for the controls, the sloppy aiming, and so on. So I did not get that far. I got a few levels in, but not that far. I did like the imagery of the game. If we want to talk about the art direction, it did have a very cool look to it. I love the villains. Like, it's basically the apocalypse happened, and a demon army came and took over, and the demonish humans kind of took all the military equipment and decided to wage a genocidal war against all humans, which is basically it. But it's for an action game, it's rather slow paced. But like I said, the design is kind of cool. The visual design, it just doesn't match up with the gameplay. That's the thing that holds us down. There's no multiplayer on this one, so it's not a factor. So my overall recommendation, don't recommend it. A lot of things sloppy, a lot of things too tight, not very responsive to control, so it will annoy you. If you're like I said, if you're a really hardcore Devil May Cry fan or Bayonetta fan, this might appeal to you. For a few bucks, it might be worth checking out. If you're, like I said, if you're a used gamer, you're just looking for something to buy your time, the fix and itch of a particular game type, and you're bored of your previous games, you might want to pick this up just to try it. But be warned, be prepared for not enjoying it. Make sure you really don't care if you use that I think it's only $7 now. It's like $7. Be make sure it's like $7 you were just gonna waste anyway. If that case, then it won't seem as bad. Achievement wise, though, if you're an achievement whore, I don't want to use that name because I'm kind of an achievement whore myself. This does seem to be a game, if you can get through it, it does seem very easy to get achievements on this. So that is one positive on this game. If you are looking for games to get achievement points, this does seem doable. I mean, like, I didn't get through the single player campaign, and I didn't play on any of the harder difficulties, so I don't know how impossible they are. But there wasn't a whole lot of achievements, and they look to be basically just play through the game on varying difficulties. So you might want to check this out if you just want to get achievement points. So if you're into achievements, you can pick it up. If you're into this type of game play, Devil May Cry, Bayonetta type, it might appeal to you for $7. Everyone else don't, and those two groups that I did say, again, make sure it's $7 that you're just gonna waste away anyway. That's it for now. Signing off.